The referee-in-chief was a Russian, Starovoitov, and he was pretty pleased with me, right? Because I was in '77 in the World Championships in Vienna. That's the first year the pros came in. Phil Esposito, Tony Esposito, Wayne Magner, Gila Rouge, those guys all came in, and I worked 13 or 14 games during that tournament. And then 78 came, and I did juniors, or B pool. 79 came, I did the B pool. And then in 80, all of a sudden, I did the Olympics. And that was because Holland was in it. It was a great honor, yeah. It was superb, because there was 2 tournaments in 1 year. The Olympics in Lake Placid and the World Championships in Sweden in the same year. And we stayed walking distance from the rink in a house. The referees were in there, and it was absolutely brilliant. The day before the USA game, I went sick. Had 40 degrees, fever, and then all of a sudden the Russian guy comes in and he said, "Listen, you got to do the game tomorrow." I said, "I'm sorry, I can't." He said, "I'm as sick as a dog." He said, "Well, don't worry about it." So they brought in a Russian doctor. He gave me 2 pills, and I was flying. An hour after the game, I was absolutely dead. So I said, "That's it for me for the tournament." But then the next day, or 2 days later, they came in again because they had to do the USA-Finland game as well, the final one. I did the Red Army team a couple of times when they went over to Europe, in Holland and in Belgium and things like that, and they were absolutely stunning. But I think the U.S. attitude and the work ethic was 200% more than the Russians had. Both teams wanted to hit and wanted to go. So I think it was a brilliant game. I think the crowd enjoyed it, sure. You can't make any mistakes whatsoever because you might decide the game. So you got to be so tense and so focused on everything. And the atmosphere was thrilling. It was finished and everybody went crazy, and we went as quickly as possible to the dressing room to get out of the way. In a crowd from 5,000-6,000 people, there are always 100 people who were watching the referee. If you smile after the game, and he said, "Well, you see that? He smiled after the game, so he's happy the U.S. won." So you got to be extremely careful what you do. But this was an exciting game. Everybody loved it. It was broadcasted all over the world. To be honest with you, before the game, it was absolutely nothing. It was just another hockey game. And nobody was expecting this. So we had to use Russia. I said, "Well, here we go. The Russians are going to beat them." But that's the attitude everybody had. And then all of a sudden, 180 degrees, it changed. And that made it the big game. But I think that the turning point was when Trachak made a mistake. When he kicked the puck back. And he thought it was finished. And it wasn't. There was still 1 second on the clock or something like that. I think that's a big turning point in the game. Because then that coach took him off and put the other goalie in. I think that raised the level even more from the U.S. team. They beat Finland. To be honest with you, it was more important than the U.S.-Russia game. Because the Finland game, they had to win to become the gold medalist. Absolutely nobody expected that the U.S. team would come that far.